Hi everybody, it's me, Laura. I'm back again. Yeah, me, myself, and I know, I can't stay away, right? So I am here again with the third edition of Laura's Life, and it is March 30th, and there's a lot to talk about. Well, a little bit to talk about. Anyway, so today I want to focus on two things, spring and Easter. And both are coming pretty quick. Spring is, well, it's taking a little bit of time. It was snowing outside and I'm like going, really? Kind of getting tired of snow. And I'm hoping it will, go away fairly soon. Anyway, spring's coming on and Easter is right around the corner for us. So today I want to talk about a piece that I did a few years ago. And it's this one right here. You can't see all of it, and I'm planning to show a little bit more in-depth video a little later on here on this piece. And it incorporates polymer clay, but you'll also notice another element in here, my eggshells. I'm a polymer clay artist, I guess. I'm a polymer clay artist kind of first, yeah, but my eggs are really close second. So I work in both mediums equally. And I like to use them together in concert, and they work so well together in that regard. And so I want to talk about this piece right here and how that's, how it works. Anyway, from that, I also want to talk about what's coming up. I have a tutorial coming out on Thursday, and that's kind of the plan. I'm starting to get my agenda out, figuring out what I'm going to do, what kind of tutorials I want to create. And the one that's coming up is going to be based on the stacks, or one of the stacks that I used in the last tutorial. It's going to be based on the checkerboard. And part of the reason why I'm doing this one is because we're in the middle of a pandemic. And it seems right now out there in the polymer clay world that clay is not always easy to come by. I'm seeing posts by people that, oh no, I can't find black. Anybody know where white is? Or can I get where can I get this clay? It's not out there in just great quantities right now. And I think part of that is, I'm not for sure, but it sounds like, well, people can't come into work. They don't want to put anybody's health in jeopardy. It makes sense, So let's hope we're starting to come out of this and we'll have more clay available. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you how I do a checkerboard. And that checkerboard does not include creating a cane just for that. I don't use a checkerboard cane in general all the time. In fact, it's a rarity. And most times if I do use a checkerboard cane, you have to reduce it down, right? And you want tiny itty bitty pieces of checkerboard, not a big thing, right? Oops, sorry. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, I'm talking to my art. That's really sad. Anyway, you generally don't want to have a big cane. Every time you get a cane started, most of the time you're going to reduce it down. You're not going to take it from what you had originally, whatever it was. So I'm going to take and make checkerboard for you, and I think you're going to find it really fun and a way in which you can do it where it's not going to take a lot of effort. Hopefully that's the hope. Anyway, there's that. Also, I'm planning to do some more tutorials coming up, and I'm going to be going back a little bit after the checkerboard. I think I'm going to hit back onto the Skinner blend and show you how I do it. There's more than one way to skin a cat. So that's terrible, right? Why do people say that? I don't know. Anyway, so there's that. And then I'm planning to do some other videos, which there's going to be a series coming up that I'm planning to put out there. It's going to be fairly simple, but I'm hoping you guys will like it. And I'm not really going to tell you what it is. Kind of going to be a surprise. So, but that's coming. Aside from that, and life hopefully returning back to normal for all of us, I am wishing you and giving you my biggest of hugs, and I hope you will all have a very nice day. Take care. So the title of this piece is A Small Field of Eggshell Flowers. I used goose, duck, and chicken eggshells in it. It stands 18 to 18.5 inches tall, 6.5 inches deep, and 9 inches wide. I used dowel rods to support the eggshell flowers on top, and they are covered in different greens of polymer clay. On top of each of these dowels is a stylized polymer clay flower with an eggshell piece in its center. Each of these flowers has some curled 22 gauge wire coming off of them with small glass pearls strung along on the wire. The exception to this is the tallest flower. With this work already standing at close to 18.5 inches high, I didn't want the added worry of not only finding a place for it to fit in, but also the top flower breaking off, since it is mainly supported by only a wooden dowel rod. The tallest flower in this piece is made from goose eggshell. This eggshell was cut in half and features an opening on the front which shows off a couple of my make-believe pink flowers. The flowers are then framed with a very finished look by using the soutache effect in polymer clay. The two flowers beneath the center are made from duck eggshell. The heart-shaped flower on the left are two shells meshed together and feature a large maroon rose sitting inside. With a clay ribbon running around the outside shape of the shell, it's a beautiful piece. The egg flower on the right features a single half shell from a duck egg. I created a detailed pattern of diamonds, hearts, and dots, cutting into the face of it. On the far left is a piece of duck eggshell, cut with a square diamond pattern on its face. It is finished off with more of the soutache technique in polymer clay. The chicken eggshell just below it features another open face with a small pink make-believe flower alongside a white rose. And to the right is our last heart-shaped egg flower. This piece is done in chicken eggshell with a twisted ribbon running around on the outside and a detailed square diamond cutting on the back side. And finally we come to our last eggshell flower. I know, from the first picture that you see looking at this piece, you're thinking, well, there's only 6 flowers. But no, there's actually 7. This particular eggshell is kind of hidden behind all the others. And it's done with a duck eggshell. It is different from the others in the regard that the cutting on the back side is a patterned cut. So I use some diamonds and hearts, but it's all done in oval shape and it's all cut very precision-like. The flowers are also done very differently here. I have one, my make-believe pink flower in there, but I also feature a blue flower in here with many little veins, if you will, going onto the petals. With this eggshell sitting atop my pink flower on this piece, it completes everything up and gives it a very wonderful, whimsical effect. In creating this piece, I did drill holes into the base of the board, and that way then the dowel rods were able to go into the board and give it a little bit more support for those flowers. I also created just some, you might say, spiked grass to my flowers here, and giving it more of a whimsical effect that I really wanted. So this concludes my little informational piece that I have on a small field of eggshell flowers. I will have a little bit of video at the very end here, but I got to get going. So as I always say, I am sending you my biggest hugs, and I hope you have a great day.